Beneath infected skies covering the entire world, squadrons of zombie airplanes relentlessly spread a deadly virus, strangling the breath of civilization. However, humanity did not simply collapse helplessly. Tank legions on the ground and fighter squadrons in the sky launched an all-out war, shooting down the infected aircraft and purging the infected masses on the ground. It seemed as though a faint light of hope was discovered amidst the despair. Just then, a horrifying mutation occurred, one that nobody could have predicted. Zombie airplanes soaring through the sky began to twist and evolve into grotesque monsters. These abominations mercilessly ravaged cities, reducing them to ash and ruin. To make matters worse, these monstrosities began to spawn horrifying zombies directly from their own bodies, and the survivors in the ruined cities were bitten and helplessly turned into the infected. Even the desperate resistance of the Allied forces, barely holding on, was crushed powerlessly before this colossal catastrophe. Humanity was left with almost no options, but on the brink of despair, like a miracle, the last embers ignited. Scattered surviving Allied forces across the globe restored communication lines and forged a final alliance. Risking humanity's very existence, they mobilized every remaining tank, fighter jet, and all available firepower to launch a desperate counteroffensive against the sky-covering monsters and the zombie legions on the ground. This was the most harrowing and epic last stand in human history. But unfortunately, as if mocking humanity's final resistance, a second wave of mutated monster airplanes appeared, destined to bring about humanity's end, and slaughtered half of the world's population. Thus, the Allied forces, the last line of resistance, gradually lost their strength, and in the end, they had no choice but to execute their final plan. The last hope, the final bastion, nuclear weapons, were launched at the colossal monster. Shockingly, however, the beast remained unharmed even amidst the cataclysmic blast. Facing the overwhelming monster and the relentlessly swarming zombies, humanity teeters on the brink of destruction. Will their final chapter tell a tale of survival or complete annihilation?